Which band released I Want to Hold Your Hand in 1963, helping launch the British invasion? The correct answer is The Beatles. This song was the Beatles' first #1 hit in America, selling over 5 million copies worldwide. Watch for distractions like The Rolling Stones, The Who, The Kinks. Which psychedelic rock band featured Jim Morrison as their lead singer? The correct answer is The Doors. The band's name was inspired by Aldous Huxley's book, The Doors of Perception. Watch for distractions like Jefferson Airplane, Pink Floyd, Grateful Dead. What was the Beatles' final album to be recorded, though not their last released? The correct answer is Abbey Road. The iconic cover photo was taken outside EMI Studios on August 8, 1969, and has become one of the most imitated images in popular culture. Watch for distractions like Let It Be, Yellow Submarine, The White Album. Which band performed at Woodstock in 1969 with their hit Purple Haze? The correct answer is the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Hendrix's performance of the Star-Spangled Banner at Woodstock became a defining moment of the 1960s counterculture. Watch for distractions like Cream, The Animals, The Yardbirds. Which band's original name was the Rolling Stones? The correct answer is the Rolling Stones. The name came from a Muddy Waters song, Rollin' Stone Blues, showing their deep blues influences. Watch for distractions like The Animals, The Zombies, The Kinks. Which band featured Roger Daltrey as lead singer and Pete Townshend on guitar? The correct answer is The Who. The Who became famous for their instrument-destroying performances, with Townshend often smashing his guitar on stage. Watch for distractions like The Kinks, The Animals, Small Faces. Which 1960s band sang Good Vibrations? The correct answer is The Beach Boys. The song took 6 months to record and used over 90 hours of tape, costing $50,000, an unprecedented amount in 1966. Watch for distractions like The Byrds, The Turtles, The Monkees. Which band's hit Satisfaction featured one of the first uses of fuzz guitar? The correct answer is the Rolling Stones. Keith Richards recorded the famous riff using a Gibson Maestro fuzzbox, initially intending it to be replaced by horns. Watch for distractions like The Yardbirds, The Kinks, The Animals. Which band recorded White Rabbit and Somebody to Love? The correct answer is Jefferson Airplane, White Rabbit, was inspired by Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland and became an anthem of the psychedelic era. Watch for distractions like Grateful Dead, The Mamas and the Papas, Buffalo Springfield. Which band featured Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker? The correct answer is Cream. Cream was considered rock's first supergroup, as all members were already successful musicians before forming the band. Watch for distractions like The Yardbirds, Blind Faith, The Animals. Which band released 8 Miles High in 1966? The correct answer is The Byrds. This song was one of the first psychedelic rock songs and was briefly banned by radio stations who thought it promoted drug use. Watch for distractions like The Beach Boys, The Animals, The Turtles. What was Pink Floyd's first album with Syd Barrett? The correct answer is The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, released in 1967. It was the only Pink Floyd album made under Syd Barrett's leadership before his mental health declined. Watch for distractions like Metal, A Saucer Full of Secrets, more. Which band was formed specifically for a TV show? The correct answer is The Monkees. Despite being created for television, The Monkees eventually fought for and won creative control over their music. Watch for distractions like the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Turtles. Which band's original members included Ray and Dave Davies? The correct answer is the Kinks. The brothers' frequent fighting became legendary, with Dave once knocking Ray out on stage during a performance. Watch for distractions like The Who, the Zombies, the Animals. Which iconic rock festival took place in August 1969? The correct answer is Woodstock. Despite being planned for 50,000 people, Woodstock attracted over 400,000 attendees and became a symbol of the 1960s counterculture. Watch for distractions like Monterey Pop Festival, Isle of Wight Festival, Miami Pop Festival. Which band was known as the American Beatles? The correct answer is the Beach Boys. Their album, Pet Sounds, inspired the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and pushed the boundaries of studio recording. Watch for distractions like the Byrds, the Turtles, the Lovin' Spoonful. What was Grateful Dead's original name? The correct answer is the Warlocks. They changed their name after discovering another band called the Warlocks. Jerry Garcia found Grateful Dead in a dictionary. Watch for distractions like The Dead, The Magic Band, The Heads. Which band recorded House of the Rising Sun in 1964? The correct answer is The Animals. The song was recorded in just one take, and the band didn't know it would become their breakthrough hit. Watch for distractions like The Kinks, The Yardbirds, The Who. Which band featured both Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page at different times? The correct answer is the Yardbirds. The Yardbirds featured three of rock's greatest guitarists, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page. Watch for distractions like Cream, Led Zeppelin, The Animals. Which 1960s band pioneered the use of the sitar in rock music? The correct answer is the Beatles. George Harrison introduced the sitar on Norwegian wood after becoming interested in Indian music and culture. Watch for distractions like the Rolling Stones, the Byrds, the Yardbirds. Test your knowledge of the drummers who made the 60s groove. Bet you can't name them all. Which drummer pioneered the ginger beat and was known for his work with Cream? The correct answer is Ginger Baker. Ginger Baker's signature ginger beat incorporated African rhythms into rock music, revolutionizing drumming techniques and influencing generations of drummers. Who was the drummer that helped define the Who's explosive sound with his lead drummer style? The correct answer is Keith Moon. Moon's unconventional style involved treating drums as a lead instrument, rather than just keeping time, often using two bass drums and creating organized chaos. Which Beatles drummer was known for his distinctive matched grip playing style? The correct answer is Ringo Starr. Ringo's matched grip, holding both sticks the same way, was unusual at the time, but helped create his unique sound and influenced many drummers to adopt this technique. What innovative recording technique did the Rolling Stones' Charlie Watts help popularize? The correct answer is room miking. Watts' natural playing style led to the widespread use of room microphones to capture drum ambience, a technique that became standard in rock recording. Which drummer was known for his jazz-influenced style with the Jimi Hendrix Experience? The correct answer is Mitch Mitchell. Mitchell's jazz background allowed him to complement Hendrix's revolutionary guitar work with complex improvisational drumming that blended rock and jazz. What drumming innovation did the surf-artist Ron Wilson help popularize in rock music? The correct answer is the wipeout beat. Wilson's famous wipeout drum solo became one of the most influential and widely imitated drum patterns in rock history, especially in surf rock. Which element of drumming did DJ Fontana pioneer with Elvis Presley? The correct answer is the backbeat. Fontana helped establish the strong backbeat as a fundamental element of rock and roll drumming, influencing countless drummers of the 1960s and beyond. What unique characteristic defined Hal Blaine's drumming style with the Wrecking Crew? The correct answer is session versatility. Blaine played on over 35,000 recordings and created the distinctive beats for countless 60s hits, demonstrating unprecedented versatility across different musical styles. Think you know someone who could beat your score? Tag them and let's find out.